AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Y'all know who I be. Back in the mix, solo Knicks Rehab. Maybe. We'll see if our compadres jump in. Who's in the mix? My guy. This one was all THIBS, y'all. Y'all need to ride the hot hand. Dudes gave you nothing in 20 minutes. Payne needed those 20 minutes. Dude's been getting on my nerves the last couple of days, man. Last couple of games. Y'all know what this is, man.
Knicks Rehab.
Let's get into it. Oh, the double decker. In Fletcher, the one and only.
Ball suckers.
Under the weather, but nobody do it better. Oh, boy, my brother. You had something on your chest besides this cold. What's going down?
First and foremost, happy Saturday to everybody. Good afternoon / evening, whatever you want to call it. THIBS got to go. I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens. THIBS is the bad coach. Watching that game, it was nowhere in the world we were supposed to lose that game. We didn't lead one time in the second half. I don't know how we lost that game. Once again, Wingstop is Kennedy Fried Chicken. Even though they have solid games, they get fried up every time. You've been saying this, and I gotta start being for real. Jalen Brunson is a problem on defense. It's listen, man. Mike Conley in the first quarter, I think, went 3 for 3 or 4 for 4. It was just, but this is what boggles my mind.
4 for 5.
Campaign in the second quarter was on fire. When he took him out the game, I'm going, why did you take him out the game? Then in the third quarter, you don't play him until 2 minutes. Why is Jericho Sims playing and Huck Purdy is not playing at all? Oh, and by the way, everybody in the chat, what happened with Josh Hart? Mr. Triple Double, the guy that y'all all fall in love with. I keep telling y'all, because of Tom Thibodeau's lack of great coaching, Josh Hart has a bigger part than he should have. This is all on coaching. This is not because we didn't have Cat. We should have won that game. We can't close out. Nas Reed, like, bruh, the 3-point shots they was taking and making was wide open. Wide open. We are in deep trouble. And I'm starting to figure out Mitchell Robinson can't help this. We have to make a move. Even with Cat, we are liable to lose these games. We are in deep trouble, man. Bridges and OG together does not work. I don't care what nobody says, because what they're here for, they're not doing. Excuse me, everybody. I'm a little sick, under the weather, congested. Bridges and OG, those were bad trades. And that was a bad signing. If we're looking for the future to win a championship. If we're looking at Boston, Cleveland, OKC, we are not nowhere near close to them. Re-signing OG was bad for that amount of money. And trade for Bridges is looking like it's bad. Now, I agree, that at least the first time in a long time, the front office is attempting to do the right thing, right? But, when we lose to Minnesota, who's been playing bad. They only 2 games over 500. DiVincenzo didn't play. How do we lose this game? And once again, in the second half, we never had the lead. And Fabian, let's not forget, this is at home. Bro, this is at home. It's like I said it the last live and people laughed at me. Tom Thibodeau was trying to get fired. I don't think he wants to be the Knicks head coach. I think the pressure's too much. I think Brunson and his power with his father, I think that's playing a toll. But Tom Thibodeau on the sideline doesn't look happy. He doesn't look motivated. He looks like he doesn't care anymore. And Nesto Soto, the team chemistry is pass whack. Pass whack. Like, listen, man, we are difficult to watch. Everybody looks like Michael Jordan against the Knicks. I made a joke when Ant-Man lost the other night, and I said they say he was Jordan. Well, he was Jordan the other night. Damn, they had a triple-double, 36 points. Started 0 for 6. Why is it that everybody that plays against us looks like they're the greatest ever? That is a problem. Josh Hart is not a starter. And remember, Fabian, I said this a couple lives ago. If we are dependent on Josh Hart to get us 15 to 20 points a game, we are in way more trouble than we think. Brunson, you are not the leader this year that I thought you were. You are not galvanizing the troops. And you are just playing selfish. Brunson plays selfish basketball. We are in deep trouble. And I said this a couple lives ago. I'm starting to be over Brunson and Tom Thibodeau as a duo. Yeah, I'm going there, Fabian. Us as real Knicks fans, I think people are afraid to say these type of things. But it's just the truth. Until Brunson learns how to play a different style of basketball, we are not going to win. He gets nobody involved. He sees tunnel vision. You know, like the blinders on the horses? Like, bro, when he got the ball, and you be so right. Him throwing out of double teams is automatic turnover. We are losing games at home. Tom Thibodeau does not want to be the Knicks head coach no more. There is something going on internally. I don't have no inside scoop. I'm just speaking on what I see from the outside looking in. Tom Thibodeau is trying to get fired. And I think the rotation that he's playing, he's doing it purposely. I'm not saying he's throwing games, but I think he doesn't care. There's no way in the world Jericho Sims should be getting that much playing time. There's no way in the world. Why Sherman didn't play? Soon as he got off an injury, you played them tons of minutes. What you did to Payne yesterday needs an explanation. That needs an explanation. Payne has been playing great basketball all season. And the way you play with his minutes, remember, he's the guy that comes into the game, great energy, gets the crowd involved. I know he's a little kooky with the dancing and the extra, but it's a new day. It's a new day. And at times we need that. And for him to have that second quarter, and then you don't put him in the third quarter till 2 minutes left. Even when you took him out, yo, I'm watching the game like, why are you taking him out? He's cooking. And I think Tim has been in the league as a head coach, maybe 15 to 17, 18 years. He's been in one conference fund. How long?
Longer. He's been in since the 90s.
As a head coach?
Nah, head coach has been
right. So I'm saying
15 years.
Right. I'm saying as a head coach, it's between 15 to 18 years. He's been in one conference finals, and he did not succeed in Minnesota. And now with our Knicks, because we got to the second round 2 times, we're successful. That us as Knicks fans, that's what we doing. I'm gonna be honest, bro. We are liable to get to the first round and lose. What's the excuse? We are in trouble, and Mitchell Robinson is not fixing this. I'm sorry. Mitchell Robinson is not fixing this. THIBS lost the team. And I'm going to repeat it again. When Josh Hart has a bigger role than he should have, we got to blame us as Knicks fans. That's why I said the last live, 5 triple doubles. Okay. That's not 10% of how many games has been played. It's just about 10%. Okay. So now we're going to hype up Josh Hart for what? To now throw the battery in his back like we did John Starks, like we do every Knicks player. And those be the same guys that shoot us out of a game or out of a series. I'm a real basketball fan. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. We hype up all our players. Carmelo Anthony is talked about at a certain level because of what he did with the Knicks. Yeah, he had a great Denver career. But what he did with the Knicks, which was literally nothing, but get us to the second round, I think, once. We overhype everybody. We've had one superstar, maybe 2 in the last 50 years, which is Carmelo and Patrick Ewing.
No more Brunson.
This year, he's not a superstar. He's not even a star. Because the way he's playing basketball is not good basketball. Yeah, he get his numbers. But it's not winning basketball.
How about Cat?
Not yet. I mean, he's a superstar to us, but is he a superstar worldly? No, not yet. Now we get to the playoffs and he have a great playoff series. He's our superstar. But he's not revered like John Moran and Zion, and you know what I'm saying? He's just not. So, for me, I apologize. Like I said, I'm a little under the weather. But I had to come on and hold my brother down, hold, our Knicks family down. This is bad. This is bad. And I've been saying it for a while. THIBS is not it. In my opinion, I don't think THIBS should be able to coach NBA basketball again. Let's look at Mike Brown. You see what happened now with Sacramento. Let's look at Greg Popovich. Hopefully he's gotten much better. But when you look on the sideline, guys are young, in shape, and fit. It's just a different era, a different day. That style of basketball we play is not winning basketball. We are third seed by default. Our first 30, 40 games, we were supposed to win those games because the schedule was sweet. And we still lost a handful of games that we shouldn't have lost. Tom Thibodeau has been winning and losing games literally the same way for the duration of the time he's been a Knicks head coach. He has not gotten worse and he has not gotten better. The campaign thing, my opinion, if I'm Dolan and them guys in the front office, you have to explain that to me. You have to explain that to me. Because now I'm looking at it like, you threw that game away? Like I said, are you purposely doing what you're doing? Come on, bro. Come on. Huck Purdy is a better basketball player than Jericho Sims. What are we talking about? It's nobody can look at the game and tell me Jericho Sims belongs on the basketball court unless we up 30. Nah, bro. I would start Precious over Jericho Sims and bring Huck Purdy off the bench. Bring Sims off the bench. You are starting Sims over Precious or Chua? Nah. Listen, I said it last time. I can't wait for somebody to explain to me how Tom Thibodeau is a good head coach. I'm not saying I'll let you flow. I'm not saying guys don't flourish under him. I'm not saying that we know, Chicago, youngest MVP, Joakim Noah became a star. Rare do under him. Brunson had an MVP season last year. So I give him that. But when it comes to team and going for the grand finale, which is a championship, it's nowhere in the world he's a good head coach. Nowhere in the world. Now, if you want a guy that's going to get you to the playoffs and, run guys in the ground, cool. But come on, bro. You could tell Josh Hart is doing what he's doing. That's because of Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks fans. Josh Hart is not a starter. Josh Hart shouldn't be having the ball in his hands running the offense. Come on, man. And I'm not like OG and Bridges, that tandem defensively, they get fried every night. They are literally not stopping nobody. Now, OG at times, he gets blocks, he gets deflections, he gets stops at times, but it's not consistent. Bridges, I don't know what happened defensively. I'm thinking they told him they didn't worry about defense, just offense, because he gets cooked. Listen, man, I'm putting this on Brunson because he's the captain, he's the leader. I'm a big Brunson fan. Everybody knows that. But this season, Brunson is not playing great basketball. I know I'm the numbers. I don't care about the numbers, Fabian. He's not getting nobody involved. Too many times where you got 4, 5, 6 assists. Nah. Tom Thibodeau and Brunson, that duo this season is terrible. Terrible.
Man. I think the biggest disappointment is MIKAL Bridges by far.
Right.
I don't think I could keep going with I don't have OG in that department because I expected him to play defense. I think he plays great defense. Anthony Edwards was cooking MIKAL Bridges bad. Like he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. He got crossed up, the step back three. Ant-Man pushed the ball, acted like he was gonna go to the basket and just step back for a three-pointer. Ant-Man ain't hit no mid-range shots. He shot 2 mid-range shots yesterday. He doesn't shoot mid-range shots. He saw a pick with Brunson. He ran around. He hit the speed burst button just to go loop around the pick and go to the basket. The dunk on what was it, Precious? He didn't touch the rim, so he didn't dunk it. Same thing with that John Morant dunk.
Exactly. I hate that. Even with the John Morant over Wemby, they ain't touching the rim, so let's not make it more than what it is. But you're totally correct.
It sounded good though. And he put on the show. But OG, Ant-Man was 1 for 4 when OG was guarding him. There was one shot, I'll say 1 for 3 because really that shot where OG ran out to him was off of catch and shoot 3-pointer, like off of offensive rebound. OG plays amazing defense on anybody. I just seen it all year long. I thought OG did it worse than I thought till I rewatched it right now. The campaign thing is you got a loss for words. Bro, 16 points in the second quarter. We're all like, just for the sake of shits and giggles, you supposed to go into this game thinking, yo, 50-50 call. I don't know if we're going to win. Cat's not playing. Then all of a sudden you see that, bro, we're in New York. Leave all that stupid, purist basketball shit back at home, bro. Throw the binder away. He doesn't know how to throw the binder away, boy. That's his problem. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whatever the playbook was, toss that shit in the garbage. It ain't what you planned. It almost always ain't what you planned. And people can say whatever they want. I'll defend THIBS as a coach as far as, dog, when you have your players, the guys are young, they can buy into it. But at a certain point, Spoelstra and LeBron went at it. And LeBron tried to get Spoelstra kicked down. Pat Riley said, not happening. And Spoelstra's still on the hot seat. He came back next season. The first thing him and JJ Redick talked about was, Bosh started running to the corner instead of going to the basket on the transition, and so did Battier. Now it opens the floor when I'm in transition. So there were different things done for me because it made the job easier. I'm gonna go full head of steam. The floor is open. It's a different game. It's zone defense, all kind of shit. You think Tom Thibodeau would have ever done that? What does he do so differently? Like even with Cat and all these guys, even going back to that OKC game where Cat had every single possession, he shot 2 3-pointers that game. And every single possession we know is a mismatch. Without even looking down court, we know it's a mismatch. I don't even have to look. The camera does not have to pan to Cat in the paint. We know it's a mismatch. It's Dort, Williams. I don't care who's on a Hartenstein. Even if Hartenstein is there, he can't guard Cat. This is too simple. And even with yesterday, it's like really, it's down. It comes down to a campaign going on fire. We ain't never seen a bench on fire like this, and you can't reward the guy with a
He
couple.
doesn't. He doesn't reward nobody. And before I run, because like I said, I'm like very very sick. But you know, we just have to start being honest. He's not the guy. Tom Thibodeau is not the guy. How long is it going to take? 10 years? Why? Why would it take that long? We see what the league is. It's getting younger and younger. And we have young guys on the bench that can play. Oh, man, she's in the building. The beautiful, the lovely Darlene Bryant. Good afternoon / evening. Y'all already know the deal, fellas. Please, man, save us up to the beautiful young lady, Miss Darlene Bryant. Like I said, I'm under the weather, so I ain't going to stay on long. But listen, man, what makes this worse is, Fabian, these are home games. Bro, these are home games. These are not on the road, which that still is no excuse. We have to start being honest. Where's these real Knick fans and real Knick platforms? Are y'all still comfortable with Tom Thibodeau? Explain how he's a good head coach or he's the guy for us. Explain.
You know what I find real funny, old boy? When Knicks 100 comes in here talking his jibber jabber, the Timberwolves run the same exact defense the rest of the 80% of the NBA does. Word. Well, guess who ain't a part of that 80%, bro? The genius, defensive-minded Tom Thibodeau. The hell is he running? Wolves ain't playing, man. They starting to look more and more like I thought they would, man.
Listen,
I had a conspiracy theory for you too, but you got to run.
well, Knicks 100, he maybe we just not as talented as the hype.
I agree.
That's no, right, but that's not telling us nothing nobody knows. We are still a good basketball team. We still have a good roster with a solid bench that is not being utilized and doesn't know how to be utilized. We have an MVP caliber player this season. We have a superstar this season. Cat. Oh, we have an all-star caliber point guard. So all that talent and the hype, no, everybody else is hype. OG and Bridges and Hart is hype. Brunson and Cat is not hype. Tom Thibodeau doesn't know how to coach. He doesn't know how to motivate. He doesn't know how to coach. It's clear as day, Fabian. You can't tell me you know basketball and you watching the Knicks and you can tell me Tom Thibodeau was a good head coach. Miss me with that. If Brunson doesn't have the season he had last season, Tom Thibodeau would have been fired last season. What coaching did Thibodeau do? With Brunson and Hart and Devin Chisel and them guys laying it all on the line and playing their hearts out. It wasn't no strategy from Tom Thibodeau or certain rotations. It wasn't none of that. It was them guys that just said, we gonna go for it. Like, come on, man. So I'm listen. Until you prove to me Tom Thibodeau's a good head coach, I don't want miss me with that. Let's see what his record is. Playoff series, playoff appearances. Like I said, are we comfortable with just getting to the second round and losing? Listen, man, Fabian, I gotta go because I'm congested, bad headache. I'll hit you up later. Big shout out to everybody. Please hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Hope everybody have a great Saturday. And let me take this medicine to get my ass under these covers, man. But very aggravated, bro. Very aggravated.
Let's all wish all ball a healthy recovery from whatever the hell is going around.
See y'all later.
Feel better, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just the THIBS thing is defenseless by now. I said it in the playoffs. He didn't play pressure to Tua till game 4, fourth quarter. He helped shut down Embiid along with OG ANUNOBY. Waited till Hartenstein got 5 fouls in the third quarter. I don't get it. I said it then. He was running them to the ground. They just didn't. And he's doing the same thing now with the rotations. I just didn't understand this with Payne. If he's on fire like this, just for shits and giggles, let him stay in the game. Oh, Minnesota, you can't stop him? And then maybe try to sneak in MIKAL Bridges in there with him. Why sub him out? Brunson should have been like, nah, let him stay. The first thing Brunson did was come in and shoot the three-pointer. Right after they subbed him in. No. This ain't no Midas touch. This ain't a relay race, Brunson. I would say unforgivable, but the New York Knicks have now moved to the 5th worst opposing three-point percentage. They give up 37.8% from the three-point line, tied with the Nets. So they're basically in 4th, tied with the Nets, right? 37.8. The Trailblazers at 37.9. The Pistons at 38%. And the Atlanta Hawks at 38.1. So you do have the Hawks, the Pistons, and the Knicks all trying to figure out their games. We just played the Pistons and we couldn't shoot that. We couldn't shoot 40% from 3, right? I don't even remember. But Ant-Man went too crazy yesterday. The Michael Jordan comparisons add up when you see a game like that, except the mid-range game is non-existent damn near. But just the way he moves, he reminds people a lot of Michael Jordan. I didn't want to bother AllBall too much, but when you come to the Garden and you're on the verge of being a superstar and you kill that way, you're gonna start picking up steam when it comes to that. Knicks 100. What about Sims? That shit was horrible. He had zero confidence. He tried throwing a hook shot and it was horrible. Why is he taking summertime videos, practicing hook shots, practicing three-pointers? He does none of that in a real game. And that's my problem with all these, anybody who has anything to say about anything I have to say. Tom Thibodeau could practice. He could watch as much tape as possible. He could talk to the media and try to persuade you to thinking that he's some mastermind genius. Well, you might be when the lights is dim in the film room. When it comes to in-game action and making different decisions, that wasn't a hard decision. That was a gut feeling. Yo, hold on. Let me let Payne rock. The crowd is going crazy. How do you take the air out of this MSG? That was the best thing going all night. How do you play Sandman at the Apollo to get Payne off the stage? I'm not even a Payne fan. I don't even care to have that dude in the game. But when you're on fire like that and nobody has it going, can't gain any rhythm, and he found something. Then Dillingham started going back and forth with him, the rookie. I'm not going to go there. I can't say because Dillingham is playing, Kolick and Huck Purdy should be playing, because that's not true. Dillingham's a top 10 pick, traded from the Spurs and all that. I would never say that. But the fact is, they're trying to play everybody that they can. They started Dante DiVincenzo. They benched Michael Conley. Mike Conley is washed. And of course, he goes out and kills us 4 for 5 in the first quarter, killing Brunson. Minnesota was making that change. There was starting to be rumblings about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yo, we might have to trade Randall. This ain't working. Couple weeks back, you've been hearing Ant-Man all year. Yo, I don't know what we doing out there. We like we're not having fun, and I'm gonna just go for 50. He's killing all season long, shooting 40% from three. He started off the game 0 for 6, and we couldn't build from there. Whose assignment was Nas Reed, bro? Whose wasn't Nas Reed? Nas Reed was what, 6 for 6? He got going, especially after Ant-Man started going. And going back to Randall, yeah, standing ovation from the crowd. To me, it's well deserved. I never liked Julius Randle. I like Julius Randle for 1 month for his career in New York City. Anyone that knows me knows that. Just horrible. I didn't think him and RJ were compatible on the court. I knew one of them had to go. It felt like the team was running with Randall. I always said you had to bench RJ because he was a mix well with Randall. And the Knicks finally showed you that they felt the same way and shipped him out. But that being said, it was by default I wanted to start Julius Randle. You could have benched him and started RJ Barrett. I didn't care. I don't care for Julius Randle's game. And he didn't show improve to me until last season in January. Last year around September, October, he came back and he was struggling then after the ankle surgery. And he was saying, yo, I was shooting too many threes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I think it was an article in The Athletic. And he was talking about how he was recovering from surgery and he was watching game film for the first time in his life on himself. That's when I knew for sure he was a lunatic. For sure. There's no way, like right now, it's hard not to look at yourself on screen, right? How do you not want to see what you do on the court? Julius Randle's a nutcase, but be that as it may, he showed improved after that. And that trade opened things up because I didn't know OG was that good. I didn't realize he can shoot the three even from the corner, but that seems to be the trend in this era anyway. And more so on top of that, now Randall, for whatever reason, they must have been like the way the Knicks were playing from the jump last year. They must have been going crazy in practice. And then they took that confidence to the court. Like, yo, wait a minute, we got something here. Whizzing the ball around. For whatever reason, there was chemistry. Corey Lee, what's going on? Ain't no panic. I've been saying this since the summertime, Corey Lee. This team ain't going nowhere. What the hell you people talking about? What the hell's Cat going to do for us? Who's going to defend for us? You took away everything about it. But Randall came in. He only shot like, what, 5 or 6 shots? Was it 5 or 6? 6 shots, 2 of 6. And he was just picking us apart. 7 rebounds, 34 minutes. Like, Randall didn't even force it. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for acknowledging my non-panic. Randall didn't even force it. He just picked his spots. And it's just tough watching a former player do his thing like that for us. And Brunson couldn't find any chemistry. First and fourth quarters, I don't remember him doing well. The fourth quarter, he was forcing a lot. He even, on the last play, he tried to get a layup so he can stat pad. That shit was horrible. And I disagree with AllBall. I'm not down on Brunson all of a sudden. You know, THIBS is the issue. This is the same Brunson from last year. It's just that things are less open now. Dante DiVincenzo was hitting shots. You have to worry about a guy who can get his shots, who knew where his spots were. He's used to being a 2 guard. MIKAL Bridges is playing the 3, which is part of the problem. And he doesn't have confidence either. That's my problem with MIKAL Bridges. Nobody's talking about that. Where's his confidence at? He was supposed to be traded for 4 draft picks from Memphis to Phoenix. Phoenix declined it. You got traded for 5 first-round draft picks from the Knicks to the Nets. You don't believe in yourself, MIKAL Bridges. You just don't. And y'all could talk about this hocus pocus nonsense all you want to. We know someone when they play with confidence. Payne does not think about shit when he goes in that basketball court. Oh, I got the ball, I'm shooting. Payne goes straight Carlton Banks out there. He doesn't care if Will's on the team. Doesn't matter if Uncle Phil's in the house. I'm jacking. I ain't pausing nothing. I'm 42. Let's talk about that, man. OG ANUNOBY plays with confidence, but he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I loved his game yesterday. I loved everything about what OG did, except when he missed dunks and layups. But then again, that's who he is. That's who he is. I don't expect him to hit all his layups. I'm shocked when he dunks the ball like that. I'm shocked when he hits his layups. But you saw as soon as he pump fake, got to the three, got to the paint, like I said, he saw Gobert was there. It was like, nah, kept his dribble alive and kicked it out. And it was well. It was good to me because he's not a first option. He's not a second option. I get the ball when both you guys are getting double team. I make a move, and then hopefully the defense breaks down. If Gobert is there, oh, I'm not shooting this shit. I don't know how to do it. It's better than forcing it like Jericho Sims, dumbass. Precious Achiuwa trying to dribble the ball, the air out the ball. Crazy. And you know I disagree with AllBall. Like Josh Hart is. We didn't even know what the hell was wrong with him. Remember when I thought he separated his shoulder. What's going on with these Knicks, man? Two games back to back. Brunson held his shoulder at the Garden. Brunson grabbed his shoulder. Oh, Josh Hart grabbed his shoulder. Then they go to the locker room and go for what? How did they recover and come back to the court that fast? Darlene, OG. He's just not offensively skilled. His footwork is mad limited, and which leads, the bad footwork lends itself to that. But he's strong. It's just not in his game. He ain't got no baby hook. He doesn't have things to make you think. Like I dare you to shoot that shit. I don't know if there's one player on a team that I could say with pride, fully confident, that keeps their eyes on the prize, baby Bubba. Basketball season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all the draws are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you pay $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guarantees. Guarantees. Prospects also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Tuesday, Prospects discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Come on, man. You kidding me? Baby Bubba. Thank you, Nostalgic. OG's offense is limited. That's correct. Thank you. Finally, someone gives Dante his respect. Well, I mean, it's I hate to compare it to them because it almost was like, I don't want to say divine intervention, but that was bad luck. I do want to ask you. I'm wondering if I'm gonna put this in the. I should put this in the chat. What do you think hurt more? Not being able to re-sign iHeart or not being able to sign Xavier McDaniel back in the day? Yeah, I know I'm going too far, going a little far back. But hey, I want to know, how the hell do I put a poll up? I'm not pausing that either. Leave me the hell alone. Top chat, show chat. Come on, let's do the thing, y'all. Show your support, add emotes. Bigger Knicks. What? Knicks free agent laws? Can I put that? Free agency laws. Y'all know how to do this, man. Look, participants, top chat, live chat. I'm trying to make a thing. I don't even know what happened. Anyway. Yeah, you got X-Man. Ragu over Yeah, IQ's all right. He got hurt though. Not signing Xavier McDaniel was worse because New York could easily have resigned him. That was gonna walk regardless. I was thinking that. I was thinking that, man. Because the Knicks had control over that one. Knicks will be 2025 champs. But I think, even with Jordan there, with the NBA going for him, who got the next season was what? It was us and Jordan again in the conference finals. Us and Jordan. Us and the Bulls. See, I do the same shit everybody else does. But this one was tough also because, like, our heart is CAA. You're supposed to tell them, yo, take this 1-year deal, man. Where's the conniving at? And also, I don't even think, I mean, with X-Men, damn, that's tough, man. Because X-Men, he did fit perfectly with that Knicks team. And our heart last season with OG, or, Dante, maybe we were lightning in the bottle, like Flea likes to say, but for whatever reason, we were that lightning, and we fit together. Randall was here for some years, like that was tough, man. The Knicks were together for years. The Oakley trades, signing Anthony Mason, Knicks 100. The Rod Strickland thing not working out, the Mark Jackson thing, all those things not working out. Yeah, Mason, Oakley, Starks was there. I think Derek Harper would have been there as well. That was tough, but that was always, like, I was thinking about that recently. Was losing iHeart worse than losing X-Man? Almost 20, was it 21 years? 21 years afterwards, or 22 years? Because that was 92. Chicago was afraid of X-Man. Yeah, even I don't care what Michael Jordan says. Oh yeah, we stood up to the bully. Yeah, okay. And we still could have got Charles Smith and made him come off the bench. That's my 2024 Knicks reference of the night, guys. I thought in the first half the campaign thing was tremendous. It was crazy. OG ANUNOBY had 4 first half rebounds. He ended up with 10. And boy, oh boy, I wanted to rub it in because you heard Flea and AllBall going crazy. Yo, if OG gets more rebounds, What the hell's gonna happen if he gets more rebounds? Did you see, like, he wasn't snatching rebounds. He was like this. Oh, rebound. Oh, rebound. Oh, rebound. And it just so happens, first time OG had over 9 rebounds since late November. He hasn't had a 6 rebound game in over a month. And it just so happens that he gets 9 or more rebounds all of a sudden when Karl Anthony Towns is sitting down. You know, like I mentioned, Flea, the guy who gets 14 rebounds a game sits down. That's when yes, that's his job. See, that's the other thing. I'm sorry, second reference from last year. What nobody's talking about. OG and MIKAL Bridges are out of position. I did touch on it earlier, bringing up Donte DiVincenzo. They're out of position. Donte DiVincenzo was a 2 guard. OG at the 3. Randall at the 4. Hartenstein at the 5, right? Brunson, of course, at the 1. And you know what? Obviously, Josh Hart being a 6 man, what kind of a benefit is that? That's the 6 man. That's how good the starting lineup was. Let's not forget. Everybody imagine if the Knicks made Josh Hart available right now, every team would call them. His contract is crazy, and you know he's the energizer guy. Every team would cover him. Some might start him, some might bring him off the bench because they know he's willing to do whatever it takes. But we had him coming off the bench. That's how good our starting lineup was. But I digress. That's what I didn't like about that OG ANUNOBY grabbing more rebounds business. It made no sense to me. Why is it not his role to do that? Because he was here last year, and you had Hartenstein, Randall, Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa, Mitchell Robinson when he came back, Sims when he played. You had 4 to 6 rebounders on the team already. You did not trade for OG ANUNOBY to go crash the boards. So, yeah, he got his 10 yesterday, mostly by default. I didn't see him fighting with Rudy Gobert the whole time. He's totally out of sync. Look at Jaren Jackson Jr. He's 6'10" and still doesn't average 10 rebounds a game. And I'm not saying OG is quite Jaren Jackson Jr. defensively, because Jaren Jackson flies from north, south, east to west on that court like nobody's business. He has the Memphis Grizzlies defense on another level. He got his complementary pieces in play, but even he doesn't average 10 rebounds a game. Why? Because he has to disrupt everything. He's like a free safety out there. He can't be too hampered with worried about the rebounds. Also, he's 6'10", so it's easier for him to go get a rebound. I wish Flea was here so I could roast him even more. He mentioned Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is 6'10". His guy, what's the guy from Denver? Michael Porter Jr. He's been averaging 5 or 6, 7 rebounds for the last 6 years. 6'10". The best rebounder small forward is who? Jalen Johnson. Guess how tall he is? Yep, you guessed it. 6'10". The top 3 or 4 small forwards in the league are all 6'8" and above. Yeah. Guess what? OG's 6'7". And guess where he's at as far as small forwards in the league? Where do you think he finishes in the top 20 of small forwards and rebounding? Take a wild guess. He's in the top 10 at 4+ rebounds a game. No, it's not 7 rebounds a game. No, it's not 10 rebounds a game. If it was, he'd be on a different planet. And we wouldn't have these problems right now, I don't think. But the bigger problem got to be with OG and MIKAL Bridges. MIKAL Bridges defensively, enough is enough with the shenanigans, man. Enough is enough. We didn't pay you, trade all these people for you to be this secondary shooter. Cat wasn't there. You're not even a third option, really. The best thing they could do if Mitchell Robinson comes back, I totally disagree with AllBall. If Mitchell Robinson comes back, you got to bench MIKAL Bridges. You go play against the second unit. I'd rather have Josh Hart out there and his fugazi 3-point shots with OG ANUNOBY, Cat, and Mitchell Robinson. As clunky as that may be, you have Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart crashing the boards. And I guess Precious will have to be a hybrid 2 or 3 on the defensive end and the offensive end. But he wants to be a fake ass 2 guard anyway. So let's give it a shot. But you're gonna have to see more of that lineup with Josh Hart, with Mitchell Robinson and Cat, so we could just crash the boards, because that's what Tibbs wants to do. Tibbs wants to get the offensive rebound, extend the plays. That's his style. A part of me also wants Mitchell Robinson to come back and have MIKAL Bridges stay in the starting lineup so we can continue to stink. That way, when Leon Rose sits down Tibbs, he goes, yo, you got your guy back. What happened? And Tibbs goes, well, he's not healthy yet. And Leon Rose shakes his hand and goes, my brother, see you on Thanksgiving. Pink slip. You got to go. But I digress. Jaden McDaniels was regressing this year. He was hitting 3-point shots. Yeah, Julius Randle sought him out, and he did well. Randle was picking us apart, but what did he shoot? 2 of 6 and 4 of 11 from the field in total. He did okay, as a matter of fact. Where's the other guy? Alexander McKill-Walker. He had 2 of 5 from 3. But they're starting to come around. The Timberwolves are. They really are. They're not quite the Memphis Grizzlies, the Rockets, or the Thunder. The Nuggets are playing really well. Yeah, Westbrook is playing well, but the Joker is the Joker. Aaron Gordon is coming around. He's been playing some more games. The Timberwolves are currently in the 8th spot, so they're in the play-in. So they can easily be out of the playoffs because the Spurs are hanging around with 21 losses. So from the Dallas Mavericks, who's in the 7th seed, they have 19 losses. The Spurs have 21 losses in the 12th seed. You know, Minnesota's in between there. That's going to be a really competitive West. And out East, we do have to talk about how the Knicks are just basically a game ahead of the Spurs. Excuse me, a game ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks, 3 games ahead of the Pacers. I don't care what these standings say. They're saying, hey, the Bucks are 2.5 games behind the Knicks because they shut up, NBA standings. Knicks are 27-16. The Bucks have 17 losses. The Pacers have 19. The Magic have 20. The Hawks with 19 as well. The Pistons with 20. The Heat with 20. And the Bulls with 24. I would imagine the Bulls are going to be out of range, but they can still make that's a play-in for them. The Knicks are currently 4-6 in their last 10 games. They're 7-1 in their division. We lost 1. If we lose like 5 games in a row, the Magic could get on a hot streak. They could take that 3 spot, right? Milwaukee could easily lose 3 or 4 in a row. The Pacers are 8-2 in their last 10. They're 3 games back. Let's look at the Knicks schedule real quick. Guess who? They play the Hawks next, then the Nets, who somehow are just competitive. The Kings, who are coming back smoking. Excuse me, they play the Hawks, the Nets, the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, and the Lakers. The Knicks can easily go 1-5 in this stretch. What the hell is anybody thinking? Solo dolo today, King Speech. AllBall was on earlier. 1-5. The Knicks can easily go 1-5 in the next 6 games. Don't want to pat myself on the back, but I did say in December, what trap games are you talking about? I don't see how we should be confident about any game. Don't see how we should be thinking that we are the OKC Thunder and that we shouldn't take any teams lightly. For what reason? No, we have so many things to work on and overcompensate for because all these guys. King Speech, don't piss me off. I just went through my rant. King Speech. You wasn't paying attention. He got the 10 boards, and what happened? Did he fight for any, King Speech? I saw a bunch of these. Yeah. That's what I saw, King Speech. I said it last year. THIBS have 4, 5, 6 rebounders in the game. They did not trade for OG to be a rebounder. That's not what happens. He's out of position. MIKAL Bridges is out of position. These are the facts. But I digress. Don't you ruin me, King Speech. Look at the next. Oh my God. The Hawks are up next. How is Jalen Johnson doing? Jalen Johnson. Hawks injury. Jalen Johnson and 5 other key players on injury list ahead of Celtics game. Is that today's game? The 18th. Yeah, today's the 18th. Exciting match. Star Trae Young and DeAndre Hunter are both listed as probable for tonight's game against the Celtics with the Hawks. Larry Nance had right hand surgery. The Hawks will be without Larry Nance. Kobe Bufkin. Are you named after Kobe Bryant? That will make me feel mad old. Chicago Bulls. Jalen Johnson's status is more uncertain as the forward is listed as questionable due to right shoulder inflammation. Johnson has been sidelined for the team's last 5 games. So that's the rookie, Zachary Ricochet. Larry Nance has been playing really well with the Hawks. Cody Zeller, who I'm not a big fan of, he's not with the team. But they're missing some guys. So the Hawks are missing some guys. We might be able to take advantage of that. So I could see us winning that. The Nets, we should take advantage of them. They lost, what's his name? Dennis Schroeder. They're in shambles. They're trying to trade Cam Johnson now. I think all these players on the Nets are fighting for a trade position and see if they have any say-so where they can go, right? Because nobody's going to be with the Nets. Like, they're saying they're not tanking, but you know how that shit goes. So the Knicks, we can see 2-0, right? They can end this loss and not create a streak. But the Kings are on fire. That's who we have up next on the 25th, next Saturday. So that means we have 3 games. We have one on Monday. That's the Martin Luther King game, right? So that means the Knicks will have 2 nights off before the Atlanta game. Then it's a back-to-back with the Nets. And they don't play the Kings until next Saturday. So you have 3 nights off between the Nets game on Tuesday and the Kings game on Saturday. And then you play the Grizzlies on Monday. So that's 2 games in 6 days for the Knicks. That's a major break. And it's the biggest one they're going to need because you're going to see. I think you said it earlier, Knicks 100, and I've always said this. The Orlando Magic played Knicks-style basketball from previous Knicks-style basketball. The Houston Rockets play Knicks-style basketball. And then Memphis Grizzlies, all bananas. Listen, man, they give it to you every way. I'm 42. Zach Edey could come in here and show Jericho Sims. He might end Jericho Sims' career next Monday if Tom Thibodeau has the balls to put in Jericho Sims for Zach Edey. I love that kid. He looks like he's 50 years old already. He showed Draymond, listen, bro, I got a wife and kids at home. I ain't playing these games with you. Draymond better stop playing. He's going to find that, listen, if Zach Edey throws that elbow, when he throws the Dusty Rhodes elbow at Draymond's chinny chin chin, gets on that podcast with them stitches on there, I'm going to be celebrating because I warned you, dumbass. But I digress. This is yeah, man. The next 7 games, man. Atlanta, Brooklyn. All right, we can see 2-0. Work with me. We can see 2-0. Then it's the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets. Then we have the Lakers. We have the Lakers. It's at the Garden. 2 Saturdays from now. LeBron wants to put on the show. Can I click on the Lakers? It's at the Garden. Can the Knicks easily lose that? Maybe so. The Lakers will be, that's 2 games in 3 nights. They have a game against the Wizards on Thursday night. I expect them to rest people that Thursday before they play us. I expect Anthony Davis won't play against the Wizards either. And they'll take that L to come to the Garden and go crazy. Right? This is me being pessimistic, and I will admit that. But you have the Hawks, the Nets, we can beat them. But the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, the Lakers, you know, LeBron likes to scam his way into a victory in any way, shape, or form. Then the Rockets, who are on fire, and I might have to apologize to AllBall and Flea because Jalen Green has been going bananas. Wild bananas. He's shooting like 50% from the field, 50% from 3 in the last 5 games, something like that. The Rockets are the second best team out west right now. Second best record. Because if we do the power rankings, Memphis is tough, but they're not healthy. And they got the closer and a scorer in John Morant. Payne can probably hit a shot for you out there. They're not fully healthy. If Gigi Jackson gets healthy, if that kid Vince Williams get healthy. But the Rockets, in this stretch right here before we finally play the Raptors, these next 7 games are crazy. We can easily be 2-5 in the next 7 games. Easily. And if you want to go to the next 2 games, you have the Raptors. So let's say 3-5. Then you have the Celtics. Let's say 3-6. Let's take it back to the standings. If we're 3-6, that would make us 30-22. 30-22. That's 6 games. Can any team win 6 in a row between the Magic, the Pacers, the Bucks, or the Pistons? Because I have the Pistons better than the Hawks right now. The Miami Heat are not winning 6 in a row, but they have 20 losses. The Magic can easily win 6 in a row, even though they just lost 2. Banchero's back. They're trying to get Jalen Suggs. Go shave that shit off your head, man. You look crazy out here. Derek White showed you the light. You look bananas, Jalen Suggs. But I digress. Indiana Pacers, they are 8-2. I can't see 6 in a row from them just yet. They were talking wild shit to with the Pistons. The Bucks, they're 7-3. I could see the Magic winning 6 in a row, and they end up in the third spot like I thought they would from the beginning of the season. I thought they would be in the 2nd spot, as a matter of fact. I don't see them catching the Celtics. Suggs is the worst hairline in American history. I say that respectfully, Tendrell. My hairline isn't great, but it's not just his hairline. He has that patch missing. He got the roof coming off over here. He got the George Jefferson going on, man. Suggs, don't let, I don't know who's gassing you. Stop letting the significant others lie to you. You have a mirror. You're on television every other night. The camera view is bird's eye. We could see that shit. LeBron tried that dumbass headband trick. We ain't falling for it. We had 20 years of LeBron doing that dumb shit. Jalen Suggs, get your life together, my brother. A do-rag, what, in game? In San Antonio. Is that where he's from? You have the decency to wear a hat. I do. But he can't wear a hat in game. Y'all are foul, man. I thought I was being, I thought I was being nice. Leave it to y'all to go crazy. I don't have a picture with Trey with the fangs. What fangs? What are you talking about? Next one, honey? My nigga. If the Wizards get Mitch, we're gonna have a problem on our hands. Yo, Knicks 100. Do you just say whatever comes to mind? What the hell are you talking about? The Knicks can beat all those teams. The problem in New York is they are playing 5 out and have one of the slowest paced offenses and primarily ISO point guard. Any team can catch the Knicks lacking. Knicks will be 2025 champs. I'm tired of it. This is how Flea started December and try to piss me off. Any team is beatable. Every team's a trap game. We can beat any of those teams. We cannot just flat out say I'm going in there putting a bet down that we're going to beat these teams, that we're going to beat the Rockets. Granted, they're not at home. They're going to be away at the Garden. They're going to come up to our town in the Garden. That's the only thing we got going for us because Houston's a great home team. So we got a 5-game homestand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So out of those 7 games, we only got 2 on the road. That's what's saving our ass. Thanks for reminding me, man. That's what's saving our ass, that we're going to be at home. The Wizards are going to wash us with Mitch. What are you talking about, bro? What is he going to do? Is he going to be able to get on the court? Come on, man. You be having the worst fears. And that's part of the reason why we get so worked up over nothing. He's you on that Yizak. They took us to overtime without Kuzma and Poole, and all our stars had great games. Oh, I thought you meant like in the future, the Wizards were going to become a juggernaut because they got Mitch and like we missed out on something. Come on, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandman. We have decent enough roster, just need another head coach. A decent enough roster for what? To make this more fun? Because I wouldn't mind it being more fun. And another coach can do that. I do want to ask, Knicks 100, you in the building? King Speech is in the building. Tendrell. I don't know how many of you guys watch college basketball. I certainly do not. But I loved, and you know me, I'm gonna fall for the bullshit. How the UCLA coach, was his name, Cronin, how he was going in on his players. All these guys are on their phone all day. They don't want to work hard. Right? You have to give that guy a phone call, right? Or put him on the list. We all have rumored and fantasized. I'm 42. Of Jay Wright coming here, taking over, right? But the other guy has to be, what's your man from UConn? How I could forget his name already? Dan Hurley. And See? Conspiracy time. When Dan Hurley announced officially that he was going to interview with the Lakers, who made the announcement? Big Woj. That's right. Who is Big Woj's agent? You telling me a phone call with Dan Hurley is not possible right now? Bobby Hurley, Senior, the New Jersey guys. Where is Leon Rose from? Where's he from? You guessed it, New Jersey. Where's World Wide West from? You guessed it, New Jersey. Is it possible that Dan Hurley did not want to join the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and that bum ass Clutch Sports fake ass version of CAA? Huh? Is it possible that the mob ties is real and the Knicks can throw $20 million a year at Dan Hurley? And once again, show Clutch Sports, you don't know how to nepotize the nepotism. Yeah. I believe so. That's a major, major conspiracy that I'm gonna create. Hopefully, throw it out in the air. Put the pressure on Leon Rose in the streets. You ain't gonna be able to walk around New York safely no more, Leon Rose. Not in that manner. But this rumor got to be put out there. Enough is enough with your shenanigans. Dan Hurley, New York Knicks, 2025, 2026 head coach. That's who we need over here. That's his man, Leon Rose. Yo, guy, listen. Do me this favor, Dan. Tommy, he's not working out. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I love him. He's great. It's not working out. Or John Cronin over there in UCLA. But y'all could tell me better about, who coaches like what, because the kid Stephon Castle is amazing. Also, Dan Hurley's been coaching, was it 3 straight championships? He's studied all these players from college who are now in the NBA. Maybe he did some scouting for, internationally, but you need a guy who is intense and I think can really push this team to the next level. Leon Rose and them can work with them. I believe they're familiar. Let's look for some conspiracies. Dan Hurley, Leon Rose. Wait a minute. How dare they? They just shot down my thing in the article? Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh at me, nostalgic. That was crazy, right? Look. That look bananas. Sports media personality offers terrible Knicks Dan Hurley take amid Lakers search. The New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers are on opposite ends of the head coach spectrum. New York is expected to extend Tom Thibodeau in the summertime. Shams reports all signs point toward JJ Redick, which he was right about. LA is preparing to offer Dan Hurley a contract. Cowherd says Dan Hurley should wait until Knicks jobs open. Damn, I just made a Colin Cowherd take. Hurley has repeatedly said he wants to coach the NBA one day. The most prominent Lakers haven't had much luck with head coaches in recent seasons, but there's no guarantee Hurley will have an opportunity like this again. Why would he want? Why would he wait around for New York to part ways with Thibodeau? The 66-year-old isn't going anywhere anytime soon. When it comes time for the Knicks to find a new coach, there's a possibility Leon Rose won't be interested. Hurley and his wife might be from Jersey, but sunny LA isn't a bad place to be. Neither is New York, but the difference is that Hurley doesn't have an offer from the Knicks on the table. Staying in Yukon hasn't been ruled out. What is going on there? We got to take this or what? I apologize, people. The hell was that? Now I gotta look on YouTube. Or Colin Cowherd. Dan Hurley. Knicks. Dan Hurley. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. But Colin is advising Dan Hurley to pass on. Dan Hurley should decline Lakers' job to wait on Knicks. If I'm Dan Hurley, wife is from Jersey, wait until the Knicks job open. It will. It's the NBA. I mean, Colin's got a point. Wife of 27 years is a Jersey girl, though Colin's point is made goofy by the fact that Dan is a Jersey guy. The couple met while attending Seton Hall together. So anyway, Andre would prefer to live in Jersey over Southern Cal. Again, Colin has a point. Eventually, the Knicks job will become available. It's the NBA. Meanwhile, the Knicks job is not currently available, obviously. So that's all I read on here so far. But so Colin Cowherd, I'll give you your credit. Maybe I shouldn't. You already got 200 million up, man. You know, Colin Cowherd is making so much money, or has made so much money. He ain't taking no salary just to build up his channel, so that Shannon Sharp could get paid. They could build it up. He ain't making no money off the volume yet. He's getting paid. But how do y'all feel about Dan Hurley or John Cronin from UCLA? You're not responding. Hurley didn't want to coach LeBron. Might be right. Tibbs from CT. Maybe they can switch jobs. Hurley balls. I agree. I like Hurley as a you know, like a personality. We need a young, decent guy. That is the trend. But Dan Hurley's kind of young. He acts kind of young, right? And he also came in with this influx of players, like I said earlier. I would like to see a change. Because you guys keep asking, well, if you're gonna take Tom Thibodeau, you want to fire Tom Thibodeau, who you got? Dan Hurley's right there. We bring up Jay Wright, Dan Hurley, and John Cronin. You got a problem with that? I don't know what to tell you. You like Tibbs that much? You kidding me? You like Tibbs that much? Why don't you fucking comb your hair back and like Tibbs? Horrible. See if I had any more notes for the game. Oh, I did want to. Yeah, I said the Jaden McDaniels regress because his defensive win shares went from 3.1 last year to 1.7 this year. And Julius Randle just picked us apart somehow in the fourth quarter. And I'm gonna just say this. The Knicks made the cat trade to become more like the Celtics, right? So why does it feel like every other team visiting the Garden plays like the Celtics all of a sudden? Big garbage, New York Knicks. Wishy-washy again. Y'all know who I Back at it again, mañana.
Knicks Rehab.
When's the next game? Monday? Yeah, gotta be MLK Day. Love y'all. Let's decide, man. Should we go after Dan Hurley? Come on, let's put the pressure on him, man. Cat stabs Porzingis. What's this fake outrage? What does that even mean, Grove Money? That's like the 7th borough. Is it good? Jersey City kind of expensive now, man. Cat trade didn't kill us. Bridges did. I'm gonna be fair to Cat. It wasn't all his fault. It's iHeart, the CBA deal. It's not Cat's fault. They tried to make up for the iHeart trade, man. Gotta be fair to him. Right? Like they tried to make up for it by getting someone like Cat who was smart, high IQ on offensive end, and that's it. I'm at peace with that, even though I mention it every single episode. Love y'all. King's Speech. Darlene, the Queen. Tendrel, what's going on? Grove Money, I think I've seen you before. Be straight up. Don't come in here with these silly comments. Ask me what's going on. You got a problem with a commenter? Ask them what's going on. Who's in here trolling and bowling? I don't know. Monday, I say like what, 5:30 p.m. The waterfront in like the Weehawken area is doper, I think, King's Speech. 5:30. We're gonna book it for that time. Or maybe. Yeah, it's a day off for the kids. I don't have to pick up my son. See y'all later, man. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.